Let's go. BS&I. How are you guys doing today, man? How are you? I'm about to recap this Young Nate versus D Goods. And see me patting myself on the back. Because when I recapped, just had a little recap of the event, the Redmond event, the high noon event, I told y'all that I don't think that weird energy after the little scuffle of the battle happened, I told y'all that wasn't going to translate to footage and we're going to end up with a nice little battle. Didn't I tell you that? I told y'all that what we get, a nice little battle, a little drama. You know, the drama is actually like cool because, you know, like in hindsight, everybody's cool, all the people have talked, and you know what I'm saying, everybody's gotten whatever they need squared away so people could be, there could be some type of harmony, you know what I'm saying, when we're at these events, you know. So then when you look back at it, it's just like it's like an attraction, just a little scuffle, a little attraction, you know what I'm saying. Might have got y'all on main page. Might have just got y'all on main page, just that little scuffle, you know what I'm saying. It's crazy. Sad a little bit to think about that's how it works, but we all watch train wrecks and we know exactly what we can see if we watch one, you know what I'm saying? See a body. Let's go. Nate, round one. I was fucking with the Will Angle about how D Goods, instead of fucking absolutely grilling him and bullying him every day in and out for that little bit of period of time, how he could just gave Will the blueprint and talking about how Will was him at some point. And I, Nate, feel like you should have grind that point even more. You should have had more on that. Especially because you're in a time that I see what you're doing, man. You're giving a lot of people shots. You really like holding it down for the kids in your city and shit like that. Young Will being one of them. That would have been a dope angle to just have grilled more and more and more. I wish I would have saw more of that. I felt like Nate's round was hella short. We'll get into that in a second. Goods first. Was cool, man. He had a lot of little word flip things. I mean, that's his thing, man. He rattles like a train of thought, which is pretty crazy, you know. He had like the Oregon Trail, traveling for less or settling for less or whatever. He had the grind time angle, which was cool because I really don't know all the history of that shit. So, you know, sometimes to hear what's going on with that shit is pretty fucking dope. And it looks like he had some type of insight. He had a dope that Money Gang, or that Young Nate Money Gang impression he had was fucking fire, bro. He's like, Portland, bitches, when we snap, Team Cap, that's Oregon fitted. I'm so Portland, my hammer's so big, not even Thor can lift it up. And he's got, you know what I'm saying, he had the Nate swag with it and shit like that. That shit was fire, you gotta admit. And then he went into his multis, you know what I'm saying? He got some multis and like crazy schemes. But he, you know, there's one thing I can't, especially on that stage, because it's a ring. He does this weird stomping, this 4-step stomping thing. Stomp, 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 stomp. It's like a salsa stomp, back and forth. But it's like this all awkward and all over the place. And like, and you're spitting all these crazy cadence. And I'm hearing all this stomping over here. And it's like, it's distracting, dog. It really is distracting. Like, stay still, or like stay still for a second. All that stomping like really distracts from the cadence and shit, and like, and they don't be hitting on beats with the cadence. It's just all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do that and that shit is distracting. Stop doing that shit. But he has some fire shit. You know, one of my favorite pens out here, period. One of the best pens. We all know that shit, period. That's not even a question. Don't even debate that. I don't even want to hear it. He had the staying in the hood like Assassin's Creed. The house blew up, feeling that. You got hip throwing them around and shit like that. One of my favorite lines of the whole battle was in this round by D Goods, though. Like, he was talking about immaculate and a line he said about dogs or some dog, whatever. And then he just had this whole scheme, and he was just like, and so what that means, I can make a bitch come with my hands. I'm a dog trainer. Just like, fire, bro. That shit was super duper duper fire. You know what I'm saying? Nate's first round, I looked at it on the video. We went from 5 minutes and 10 seconds in the video to 6 minutes and 50 seconds in the video. He literally had like a 1.5 minute round. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know if he came short. I don't know what the time limits were. I wish I knew what the time limits were when I was doing these vlogs, because it really would matter. You know what I'm saying? And then I go to D-Good's first round, and his shit is from 7:10 to 10:25, well over 3 minutes. Now, how the fuck am I supposed to judge it? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it to D-Goods. He had more material, period. And it was all great content, and they had great content too, you know what I'm saying? But I'm giving it to D-Goods. But without the time discrepancy, I think D-Goods would have took it. But how am I supposed to battle it? Like, what's going on with the time limits? Did you just cut it short or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I give the first round to D-Goods. Nate seconds. Oh my God. Young Nate went in on the United Nations, better known as No Evidence, because, and I give that mad points, because in all honesty, that crew is fire. You know, they got a lot of dope cats over there. To go and try to execute them all in a line is an admirable task. He said, I'll put your brains to your dream catcher. I just saw a chunk of brain just on a dream catcher. He said, you clicked up with a pilgrim. He had the United Nations. He said, you said Emery beat Civic on disrespect alone. He said, then I just dropped 30. He said his money gang would run a train and stick their dick in every hole while he's running through your girl's purse. This dude is now spazzing. He is spazzing. He picked it up. I think he was ready. I don't know if he okey-doked him with that first round because it was so short, and then he just came off the ropes fucking swinging. What was going on? And then he ran through, and this is the moment he ran through and pocket checked everybody. Went up to D-Fly, pocket checked, said that's for free. Talking mad shit about the whole squad. Emery squares off. Fucking Nate swinging around Loon's head. It's just crazy, you know what I'm saying? Emery yelling out, motherfucking, what you surprised about me? And they, you got me fucked up, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, ooh, we got fucking, motherfucking Loons looking like Walter Jones, fucking holding people back, you know what I'm saying? You got Nate's boy quick. Nate's boy was hella quick. He was like, doop, right up there, boom, stood right up. It was crazy, you know what I'm saying? I'm not all, you know what I'm saying? I'm not all in for that extra shit, you know what I'm saying? But then when you look back at it and everybody was able to square it away, you guys were both professional and able to move past it. It really only sold the fight. I mean, how many views did y'all get on those previews? You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. Let's keep it a buck. What got that on the main page? Would it have been main page without it? Maybe. Maybe it would have. Is it main page with it? Without a doubt, right? It's just crazy. Nate's second. It's gotta be legendary, right? This fool running through everybody's fucking pockets, going crazy. This shit's going viral, motherfucking nuts. One battle on the whole card was A-Hat. We always have A-Hat events with like 9 battles, and barely anyone could get on the motherfucking main page. We had one A-Hat battle on that whole card. Main page. I wonder why. It's crazy. Good second. He talks about that Fox fight or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I've heard that a little bit. And he parallels the Fox fight with time in jail, and had all these lines, you know what I'm saying? Like paralleling all these different things in Nate's life. It's crazy. Like, I'm gonna give you a weird analogy for D-Goods, because D-Goods is like a dog collar maker. You ever seen those electric dog collar makers, and you put the collar in and just Line after 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 line. And as soon as it's done, you realize there's a picture painted, or the words are painted, or whatever he's trying to get across is painted, and he does it in this huge, intricate way with just lines, and he's just sculpting, and when it's finally done, you see what he's put together, and he creates a pretty dope picture. I thought it was a little long-winded. I felt like he could have got across that exact point, how he was paralleling, in 16 bars. I think he went 32 or a billion, somewhere around 1,000,000 bars with that. I just thought it could have been shorter and he could have covered some other angles, you know what I'm saying? He just went on and on and on. That shit, you know, would have been fire in a song. But in a sport where you got to try to keep my attention, you know, I felt like it was unnecessarily long, in my opinion. He was rapping his ass off, though. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, that shit would have been fire in a song, you know what I'm saying? To wake heads up, you know what I'm saying? But after a while, it's like, bro, what else? Move on to something else, you know what I'm saying? So he took the whole second round with that. And Nate just came out and knocked your fucking head off. Period. I don't care. Fucking second round Nate. That shit was crazy.
Simply wipe it on and just wipe it off. It's that easy. And look, new finish restored a deep, hard shot.
Second round, yeah, it was Nate. He fucking rebutted the Fox angle immediately. He was like, I hate when people be lying, don't know what they talking about. I looked Fox dead in his eyes and I punched him in his fucking mouth. That shit was not the coldest line. It was not the craziest word flip. It wasn't a super duper bar. But he did exactly what he said he did with Fox. He looked D-Good dead in his eye and talked about how he looked dead in Fox's eye and punched him in the fucking mouth. To me, that got the point across to me. He said, I looked him dead in his eye like he was looking D-Good dead in the eye, and I punched him in his fucking mouth. For butter done. That whole angle, I felt like his word versus his word, and he looked him dead in his eye. I gotta take Nate at his word. So we move on with that. He was going in on him being a nerd or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? He said you could tell, like, every time you spit a bar, when you have to push up your glasses. He said, I catch a body in the middle of the mag, like the beauty of the week. That was fire. Somebody in the round was like, that was clean. I was like, get out of my head, nigga. That shit was clean. Hell yeah, it was. Talking about how you get pimped for your stereotype, you know what I'm saying? Like how KOTD needs the nerdy Asian guy, you know. I thought that was dope. And because of your stereotype, you don't really need to have fire-ass skills to go up there or whatnot. This is the angle he's trying to take on D-Goods or whatever. And so he's like, you can take the handouts. I don't have a problem working for mine. And we all know Nate out there always grinding. So that shit just held hella weight for me, you know what I'm saying? Said if I'm old, and because he's been out there so much, if I'm old up the mold, that's why my bread is green. I was like, there's Ramos, tear that shit. And I was like, and then he's like, look in my eyes, you can tell the kid is true. And it was like, there was levels to this shit, and right after that, I feel like he just sculpted this round. Fucking dope as fuck to me, you know what I'm saying? It was a solid ass round. Everything just like, in the right chronological order, like everything he said meant for the next things, you know what I'm saying? It was just a nice solid ass round. D-Good starts his round, I'm gonna keep it 100 like a Newport. Nate was like, you don't even smoke. That shit cracked me up, you know what I'm saying? Something that has nothing to do with any of y'all two. There was that weird audio. What was that weird audio glitch in the video? It like went high pitched and like went to this weird angle. And I don't know if it's just my computer, but there was this high pitched sound that I couldn't really hear what D-Goods was saying. I didn't even notice that the first time I watched this shit. So I feel like maybe the first 6 bars or something, I wasn't able to pick up clearly what he was saying. He had a Christmas bar, or knock his lights out like he had Christmas spirit or something like that. I don't even remember it because that bar honestly was meh to me. Nate Robinson, short dude known for jumping. Mark him up. Knicks, because he's known for sucking or something like that. That shit is cool. That shit is cool. Like, they don't have that twinge of a real punch, but you know, he's jabbing. He's jabbing all over the place. My favorite shit of the third, though, it was like, sell dope sacks on the railroad tracks. Your grandma got elbow fat, and your mom got a weave with an elbow strap or Velcro strap. See that? I'm bubbling it up, but I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to remember that shit. But it was fucking, that shit was fire. It got me cracking up. You know what I'm saying? I think this battle is fire. I think we got what we wanted. I was a little harsh on the battle at first because I just didn't really care for the matchup. Like, it just didn't make sense. But I think what we got was a nice fucking little battle. I have Nate winning this battle 2-1. I have him knocking his lights out in the second. I have D-Goods knocking Nate's lights out in the first. I think the third was close. I just think Nate was a little more powerful on his third. He just coming from the neck, and that's the thing, is like, that's how Nate is able to continuously get these people, because if you have anything that lacks, like I always say, like, he's not the best at anything. He is really great at everything. You know what I'm saying? So anything that you lack attribute-wise, he's got it covered. And that's how he's going to continuously whip these people's asses. If you come up short, like, D-Goods was a little, I mean, he got into some beast mode moments, you know what I'm saying? But Nate was just on his head, you know what I'm saying? Just like, blah, blah, like gun butt to the head type of shit all the time. And after a while, like, when you see it aesthetically with your eyes, it just looks like Nate is just beating him up over and over and over again, you know what I'm saying? And you just hear this long-winded shit keep rolling and rolling. I want to hear all types of angles. I want to see a whole bunch of different things in your bag. You know, I felt like Nate tried to do a bunch of stuff. Nate could have been a little more funnier, because you're a funny guy. But regardless, it was a good-ass battle. Obviously, it's a split decision, so it could go 2-1 either way for y'all. But for me, I got it 2-1 Nate. Salute to you, gentlemen. I'm glad you guys act like professionals and get that shit squared away. And looking forward to y'all's next battle, man. I'm going to check y'all out, man. BS&I, D-Goods versus Young Nate, fire battle. Make sure y'all check it out. Peace out.